From Los Angeles, California, we're the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
What is up, friendos? And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who had his pants and underwear stolen by ghosts. And now he's ghoulishly jacking off his Johnson. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, Illuminati.
And transmitting to us from the land of the dead, the bearded booger-eating zombie known as Shuddy Boy.
You. Sorry, I forgot part of it.
Wait, what do I say? What's my line? It has been a minute.
Line.
It's I mean, in the Pooniverse, no time has passed. But for us, it's been what, 2 weeks?
It has
since we've
been,
done a show.
It has been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I took a little trip to Jersey, so I hope. Looked like everybody enjoyed the new Blumpkins and Dragons episode that Alex Wilson did for us, which was wonderful. Shout out to Alex. If you did not hear that episode, it is the one right before this one. So
Yeah, they
check
were
it out.
pumped up on Patreon for it. Got some good feedback, it seemed like.
Yeah, I think our net loss was only 10 subscribers. The episode was so good.
Oh, okay. Well,
But yeah,
hopefully they come back.
in that time warp we did, I spent a solid close to 2 weeks, a little over a week and a half in Jersey, playing Uncle Duty, and just starting things off with the travel portion of it. I had two firsts. So the flight there, I mean, we talked about it. I was a little bit nervous. I did have a very, very realistic dream that I was in a plane crash. So I was like, shit, am I about to like Final Destination myself? And of course, it has to come in a government shutdown when air traffic controllers are calling out sick and not showing up, and multiple airports across the nation were like disastrously shorthand. So I was like, all right, I'm sure that dream was nothing sinister. So luckily, obviously, I'm here. Things went off fine. But on the flight there, I like to download movies on my iPad. The same iPad that is loaded up with all of the fun buttons we play.
It's chicken. It's fried chicken. It's fried chicken.
I want you to put a big black baby in me.
I can also
Classics.
download movies on it. So I always download a few, have them on the iPad, watch those, and the flight, across country just melts away. As we are getting close to Newark, turbulence gets really bad. And the plane did a really, really fast, steep drop. So I had, I don't know, about a half hour left of the flight, and I had watched all the movies I had downloaded. So I was looking out the window, and the my plane luck isn't always horrible. Like, this happens every now and then where it's a sold-out flight, but the person sitting next to me doesn't show up. So I had the window, middle seat was open, a rather large gentleman had the aisle, and I'm looking out the window, just taking in the scenes, and then, as the plane is fucking plummeting, and I'm getting the butterflies like I'm on a roller coaster, I look over, and the big fella next to me has the barf bag out. I've never, in all my years of flying, have seen the barf bag get pulled out. But
Really?
this guy used
I don't know
it.
that I have either.
Yeah, I didn't even know they still had them, in all honesty. But yeah, this dude used the fucking barf bag, and I didn't see him puke. I just looked over and saw him as pale as a ghost holding it, and then about 90 seconds later, I smelled it. So he definitely yacked in that motherfucker.
That would have made me vomit.
my mouth got sour for sure. It was pretty gross. But plane landed safely, and the flight got delayed a little bit. I get to the gate, the screen is blank, everybody's kind of standing around, and the digital, I almost wanted to call it a lift ticket because I've got snowboarding on the brain, but the what is it called again?
Your boarding pass?
Boarding pass. Yeah.
The
My-
Apple Wallet? You use the Apple Wallet for your boarding pass, right?
No, I usually just use the United app.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say I printed out because I see a bunch of people printing out boarding passes. Like, how still? You
People-
still do that?
They keep it old school. You know what it is? It's when they check the bag, it asks you if you want to print your passes out. And some people just hit yes, so they can just put their phone away and they don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I can't remember the last time I printed out a boarding pass. But they update, so I'm like refreshing it, and it's fucking not telling me that the flight is delayed. And I'm like, you motherfucker, it 100% is. And they got out and made an announcement. So apparently, this was this plane's maiden voyage. So
Like it was the first flight this plane was ever used for.
yes,
I think that's good.
another first. Well,
You think it's bad?
it's a Boeing. It was a Boeing, and we all know how Boeing has been doing in the news. Like, they don't.
Yeah.
These new planes don't need all their bolts, do they? And then they
Let's
fucking
save some money
explode,
here.
and they drop out of the sky, and it's like, oh shit, maybe they do need actual money put into them. So I did get a little nervous about that, but the guy was like, yeah, anytime a plane is doing its first ever flight, it has to go under more safety checks than usual, and they actually weren't even planning on using this. So they were like, at last minute, you guys are getting a brand new plane that's never flown before. So it took, I don't know, it wasn't like a huge delay. It was like 45 minutes.
So that means that there was something really wrong with the plane you were supposed to be on.
Yeah, I could have. This could be how I avoided my Final Destination death. So I'm now going to have to keep an eye on anything sharp that's near me, anything that could bonk me on the head.
When's the last major American airline to have like a crash? I feel like it's been a while. The last one that I remember is the TWA 800.
What about the ones that were falling out of the sky a few months ago, Kevin or Jeff?
Yeah. What about the one that crashed into a military helicopter and everybody got killed?
I was going to say there hasn't been a lot of casualties, I feel like, but if everyone got killed in one of them, yeah, never mind.
Jeff, you're listening to the Outkick side of the news, buddy.
I'm not even. No, it's. I don't let Outkick's algorithms fuck me up completely. I just feel like there hasn't been like a 300-person flight that's went down.
Ask Chat GPT.
I will. I keep going. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, Chat TPT will fill you in.
All right.
But yeah, so that was both my flights. Very interesting. Guy puking next to me in the barf bag, and then got to pop up a plane's cherry.
Did you fart in your seat?
I might have, because I did fall asleep a little bit. I slept for maybe like 2 hours.
You might have been the first person to ever fart in that particular seat.
Yeah, it was crazy because every seat, the seat belts were fastened and like completely tightened, like to be flush with the seat. So like clearly nobody had ever sat in that and put the seatbelt on. So that was kind of cool. It was interesting. It's one of those new Boeings that does. It's like 3 and 3, so it's a 10 seat rows.
So 3 on each side and 4 in the middle?
Yeah. And
damn.
It didn't even have, the windows don't have those pull down shades. You push a button and they like tint out. And when we were getting close to LAX, every single one of them untinted, and we were flying towards the sunset. So if you looked at the windows, through the windows in the back, it was like nighttime, but in the front, it like faded into a sunset. It was kind of fucking cool. But, got back to Jersey for some shenanigans. There were some things on the schedule. Of course, Shuddy and I had to go snowboarding at American Dream Mall. I had to do a lot of uncle duties. I had to go to Central Jersey, which some people claim doesn't exist, and spent some time with family down there. Went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, as is kind of the customary habitual moment. And, of course, our friend and yours, Dom's housewarming / Halloween party. So, I guess one of the first things that went down was going to American Dream, and I'm sure everybody heard Shuddy Boy romanticizing about how his entire body was mine, butthole and penis included, for the whole day. Usually we just pop into American Dream and then get the fuck out of there. But, it's an enormous fucking mall. There's tons of things to do. And I was like, let's just do some things. And
You're not gonna waste Shuddy's butthole by a quick in and out, are you?
no, I'm taking my time on that bastard. But, of course, we got distracted, like the 5-year-olds we are, by candy and Toys R Us. And we
really didn't do anything other than just walk in circles.
Yeah.
And get food, candy, and toys. And snowboard. That's all we did. We didn't play miniature golf. We just kept saying all these other fun things we'd like to do and just continued wandering this gigantic fucking mall.
Yep, we didn't do them. But we did get giant bags of candy, like dudes in their 40s are known to do. Went to Toys R Us. I bought a couple Nerf guns because I was like, I should get some Nerf guns and take them home, and then my nephew and I can just have, an all-out war and shoot each other. And the Nerf section at Toys R Us is still kind of large, but the inventory, is not all that varied.
They had a whole wall of Nerf guns, but only 4 choices of Nerf gun.
And only one of them was the size that my 2.5-year-old nephew could manage. So I bought 2 of those, and when I got back with them, I was like, hey, Jack, look what Uncle Carkey's got you. And, of course, Mom and Dad were there. And they were like, ooh, Jack, look at that. Now remember, we don't point those at people. And I was like, shit. How the hell are we supposed to have a Nerf gun battle?
Exactly. Yeah, you should have waited until Mom and Dad were not around and taught him how to use them properly and then shipped him off with them.
Well, turns out these Nerf guns fucking suck a big fat Nerf dick. These things are terrible now. Terrible. And it's heartbreaking. My soul was filled seeing that Nerf still exists and they're making new Nerf guns. Then we got back and we're trying to use them, and these fucking things can't even shoot the darts out. The child in me was crushed. Luckily,
I want to buy a household Nerf gun that I can just light Cheech's ass up with every now and then.
You know which one I really liked? It was a pistol, and in the commercial, they showed a kid like putting his hands up and surrendering, and then he was like, "Psych, bitch!" and pulled the trigger, and it shot a single dart out of the handle.
Oh, yeah. That is pretty sweet.
I never had one, but I was always a huge fan of the bow and arrow.
Oh, I had that one. That one was sick. Dude, my whole basement was nothing but Nerf guns and like bonus darts. So my friends and I would have the most epic, like John Woo directed Nerf gun fights. Like I'm diving through the air, double pistols, firing them, and doves in slow-mo are flying behind me. Dude, they were epic. But yeah,
what
turns
were you
out
about to ask, Jeff?
I don't remember.
Another activity we actually did try, because, when Shuddy and I report back from American Dream, they have a indoor year-round water park, which we have not tried out yet, but I would like to someday. And they have an indoor amusement park with roller coasters and shit, and legit like rides. A lot of them are Ninja Turtle themed. Some of them Shuddy and I have written off because they spin in circles too much. But every time I've gone to the American Dream Mall, there is a Ninja Turtle roller coaster that looks awesome, and it's closed every fucking time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to run and check and see if maybe this is the time that it's open.
So let me paint this picture, because our friend Mike was with us. He got a Cinnabon. So this was totally two parents with their child Kevin, because Mike's like, I just want to sit and eat my Cinnabon. So he went and found some place to sit. And I was like, Kevin, I'll come with you. And then Kevin took off running. He took off running. And I'm just like, I just got to keep him in sight. I'm not fucking chasing him. Like,
to be fair, I didn't know Shuddy was coming with me. I was just like, I'm going to run and check this out so I can run back and tell the guys if it's open or not.
But I was like the mom following her kid who took off at the mall and like just trying to keep him in sight. And then I get there and he's just standing, staring up in wonder because it is actually moving.
And it was gnarly, dude. The very first drop on this roller coaster, to even go up the hill or whatever.
This is something we did not... We noticed all the loops and everything. We did not notice the drop into the loops because it's never been running and it's not very noticeable.
Yeah. This thing is straight up vertical. Like a 90-degree, you are heading up a straight fucking line. You get to the top, and when you know, the first drop of a roller coaster is usually the biggest. This one curls. So it goes underneath and then goes like straight down and into this like gnarly curve. And we watched it go
you into like 4 rapid fire loops, which, if I'm being honest, I probably would have wanted to throw up afterwards, but I was full send gonna go.
Same. And Shuddy and I looked at each other because I think we were both hoping the other person would be like, nah, let's not do it.
There was a pause when we both realized what it did, that I was definitely waiting for Kevin to be like, oh, it's too much. And then I would have agreed. I just was not going to be the one to do it.
It was way gnarlier than we expected it to be. So we go back to my buddy and telling him about it. And I think Shuddy and I both were like, oh, maybe Mike will be the one that says no. And he was like, fuck it, I'll go.
Should we do it? And he's like, you know what? Let's see what Mike says. And I was like, okay, let's do that. And like I said, he was in dad mode eating his Cinnabon. So we told him about it like 2 children. And he goes, let's do it.
Yeah. So the way you go on the rides at American Dream is you have to buy fucking digital tickets. And they don't make it easy. It's kind of a pain in the fucking ass. And we all get our phones out. We're all scrolling through. I get the points loaded up. And right as I'm about to hit purchase, Mike goes, hold on a second.
Right after I hit purchase.
Yeah, Shuddy already bought the amount of tickets that you would need. And it turns out you can't buy tickets to it. You have to buy a day pass. So the only way you go on that ride is if you're buying a day pass, which is, I don't know. Do you remember how much it was, Shuddy?
I think it's like $60.
Yeah, and we were just like, well, fuck that. I'm not spending $60 to go on one ride. If we want to do a day where we go to American Dream and we don't even snowboard, we just commit to like, we're not going to spend 45 minutes in Uniqlo. We're not going to do 2 laps. We're going to fucking beeline it for the amusement park. We're going to get a day pass. We're going to go on a bunch of rides. And then we'll, once we're too dizzy where we can't stand, we'll go do Angry Birds mini golf for a little bit. Come back, ride the rest of the rides. But, I mean, at that point, we had been snowboarding for 2 hours, walking around the mall, tired, and I was just like, it can't spend $60 and then just justify it by spending more time at the mall and riding more rides to make it worth our while. But that roller coaster looked $50. It looked gnarly. It looked fucking gnarly, and I do want to try it one time. And it sucks that the one time we go there and it's actually fucking open, and they pull that shit on us.
Yep. But I also think that would have gotten us. Oh no, the Legends of the Hidden Temple thing is a separate fee.
Yeah, we've been wanting to do that for a while too, and I think that's always closed. The ropes course, the Legends of the Hidden Temple ropes course, where the ancient Aztec glory hole Olmec. Welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple. Please don't come in my mouth. Pull out and shoot it on my face. They have that guy. I've taken pictures with him.
So that would have been that's another $20.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah, American Dream really price gouges you, huh?
Yeah. It truly is the American dream. It's capitalism to the nth degree. But
Yeah.
we went on Columbus Day and it was packed.
This was poor
Utterly
planning
packed.
on two people who, one of them who no longer has school-age children and one who doesn't, because we should have gone any other day that week other than Monday.
Yep.
Which was chosen by me because of my impatience.
Yep.
Wait, I
That
went up
shit-
to it though, Shuddy. I forgive you.
This was a huge blunder on my part because it was like we got there at a little bit before noon and the place was empty.
That failed.
I think you're taking this too hard, man. Everyone makes
And-
mistakes. It's all good.
And then by 12:30 it was a mob scene everywhere.
Yeah, and including Big Snow, the indoor mountain, if you will. That the last time we went, we talked about it on the show. It was just you get on the lift, you go up, you go down the slope, you get right back on the lift, and just over and over and over and over and over and over. There were so many fucking people that it was like 25 minutes between each run.
You get
If that-
2 hours to ride, and in that 2 hours, minus a 5-minute break to go get our wallets to buy coffee that we ended up not being able to get into the coffee shop to purchase, we got 5 runs in. And each run lasts about 45 seconds. The rest of the time was spent waiting in line or on the lift.
Yeah, and Shuddy was breaking in a new board, and that thing was like, I don't know, that was really throwing you for a loop.
I am not as advanced of a rider where hopping on a completely different shaped board than I'm used to just means I will pick up where I left off. It did take me all 5 runs to finally feel like I had my legs underneath me. But we got to ride real fast because of Bath Wax, guys, Bitch ass fast wax. Proud sponsor of yours truly.
Oh, wait. How do they? You got to like cut lines or something, or a special pass?
What?
You said you got to ride more stuff or ride more slopes because of your sponsorship. Is that what you said?
No. We went very fast on the slopes
I
because
see,
of
I
the
see.
wax.
I don't know. I heard that wrong. I thought you meant you got like a fast pass for the slopes.
No.
Oh no, you're just cruising at a quicker speed. That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, so we got even less time on the mountain or on the slopes because we were going really fast.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we were doing, Shuddy took a break. The terrain park side. Because, it's indoor. They can't make it gigantic like an actual fucking mountain. So they have it split down the middle. One is just, a slope. The other one has features built into it. And the last time we went, they were a little bit more intermediate. And this time they were a little bit more gnarly.
They were, and also, again, I know I'm not good enough. So with how packed that mountain, that I keep calling it a mountain, but that terrain park was with kids who were significantly younger and knew what they were doing. I didn't want to be out there making a jackass out of myself.
I mean, we saw enough people eat shit where I don't really care if I fall. It's like Nelson from The Simpsons is gonna go by me and be like, ha ha. Like, all right, well, whatever you fucking showed. I'm old. The fact that I'm still doing this is a testament to how fucking sweet I am, you little bastard. I'm 43, and I just fucking did a rail slide, so eat my shit. It was cool, though. It would have been way cooler if we got more than 5 runs in, but, what can you do? We learned our lesson for next time. And
Yep, no federal holidays.
Jeff, you would have been a big fan of our sweets
I have not been
exhibition.
Well, and our lunch move.
Wait, what exhibition?
Sweets? What was our lunch move again?
The H Mart, the Asian supermarket,
Yeah.
opened up an all Asian food court with not one, but 2 Korean fried chicken spots, Jeff.
Oh my god. It was like an Asian eatery? An eatery?
Yeah. So there was a Korean street food shop that had Korean fried chicken in their
I like
dishes.
fried chicken.
And then there was strictly a Korean fried chicken spot.
I like fried
Phenomenal.
chicken. It's chicken.
Eat-
It's fried chicken.
Oh,
It's fried
eatery.
chicken.
Did they have Korean corn dogs?
So
Corn cheese?
They did, but that was in the other food court. Kevin got
Fit now?
What was it? A dirty donut? Is that what it was called?
Bun Fit now? A mochi
What the
nut?
fuck was it called?
No,
Did you get a mochi nut?
I think it was called an ugly donut.
The ugly donut.
And
But they had, before we go into Kevin's ugly donut, yes, they had Korean corn dogs. But they also, instead of getting a hot dog in it, you could have gotten a mozzarella stick.
Corn cheese? Pretty sweet.
yeah, the ugly donut was kind of just a fried donut skin filled with Oreo slime.
It was a beignet cut in half with Oreo slime in the middle.
I mean, it was delicious, but I looked like the fucking 5-year-old I was behaving as, because I was left with chocolate all over my face and my fingers.
Walking around the mall, I'm holding his drink so he can eat his donut. He's got fucking Oreo dust and cream all over his mouth.
But
We're
Jeff,
having to
we
stop so he can wipe his hands.
went to this Asian food mart that had it was like an entire supermarket just full of Asian foods and snacks. And I was just kind of on the hunt for if something looks weird and stands out to me, that's what I want to buy. I sent Jeff a picture of it. I got these, they were like cheesy poofs, but instead of cheese, they were melon. So it was melon flavored poofs.
And what are your thoughts on those? Because I got the banana version.
They were fucking wonderful. I opened them when I got
feel the
home.
same way.
And everybody was like, "Oh, you got interesting snacks. Let's see what's up." And everybody took a bite, and they're like, "Oh, fuck, I like that. That is good."
I'll be right back.
We got some. Then we went to It's Candy. It is a 3-story candy shop, and it's one of those traditional ones where there's just big buckets of candy, and you get a bag and you scoop it, and they charge you by the weight. And
Yeah, I always get into trouble with that financially.
I what I did was I was like, I'm going to get a little bit of a lot of things. And
Yeah, that's my strategy usually too.
we got these spicy mango gummies that were just absolutely wonderful. God, they were fucking wonderful.
It's like a Mexican. I think that's like a Mexican snack, right?
Well, you can get them with the tahini and all the goo on it. Oh, all right. Shuddy is breaking out the actual banana snacks right here on camera. YouTube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Look at that.
Nice.
It's a poof.
So it's a Cheeto, but instead of having cheese dust on it, it tastes like banana. And I'm like,
Man, that could be rough. I don't really like banana.
Do you
anymore.
like banana Laffy Taffy?
It's probably my least favorite. It's one of the more tolerable banana flavors though out there. I actually don't even really like bananas anymore. I used to eat them a lot, but now I'm done.
So this is banana Laffy Taffy taste in a Cheetos consistency.
It's a corn poof though.
Yes, it is.
Corn poof.
It's a lot to deal with. I'm trying to
It
think
is.
about that. I'm
It
gonna
is
have to
a
try one
corn
of these.
poof.
Kevin, do you
It
have
is.
some of these?
Oh no, I ate everything very
Oh,
quickly.
okay.
I went to poor Carl because we're going on a trip soon and Shuddy's got caramel corn popcorn chips. She is like dieting, hitting multiple classes per week, doing yoga and shit, weight training, and
She went to back-to-back workouts on Friday.
yeah. And I'm like, well, I ate 2 Taylor ham, egg, and cheeses today in Jersey. Like, she is going to look phenomenal on the beach, and I'm going to look like an economy-sized tub of Pillsbury dough just dumped out of the can.
Just fine. That means you'll look like you're out kicking your coverage, which you are.
That is true. So we were all, Jeff, in this candy place, we were looking at the belts, the sour belts, and I saw one that was pickle.
Ah,
And
fuck
I was
that.
like, I will get a single rope, just one belt of pickle, because I am a big pickle fan,
Fucking ropes.
and it tasted like a pickle farted on a sour belt. It was not good, and not only that, but it infected all the other candy in the bag. So all the other candy kind of had the hint of pickle farts on it.
Yikes, dude.
So I learned
Why
my
would
lesson.
you should not have done such a I don't know, aggressive flavor, a flavor that could have went awry and mixed it in with all your other snacks.
It was really, really fucking stupid of me.
Well,
It's a rookie mistake.
Listen, the way that the girl at the candy that was monitoring the the bag your own candy reacted to me and Mike having 2 bags of candy. Like, why do you need 2 separate bags? Are you bagging them separately
They
for a
shamed you?
reason? Yeah, I was like, yeah, because one's fucking sour and the other one is not sour candies.
Yeah, seriously. That must be like a new worker. Like, how do you not know the logic you're going with? Feels pretty straightforward to me. Or understand the logic.
I don't often. I think it's been years since I've gone to a candy shop and I've filled the bag, weighed it, and made my purchase. So
Jeff,
it was a
how
rookie
much
move on
do
my
you
part.
think a bag of how much per pound do you think It's Sugar charges for their bag your own candy?
Per pound? I'll go $11.34.
You would be over $5 too low.
Oh, so it's $16?
It was $8.99 per half pound.
That's a pain in the ass. Why do they do it? Why didn't they just give me they just didn't want to do the more than $10 on a pound. They didn't like the optics of that.
They
I
didn't
gotcha.
like the optics of $16.99 per pound.
Yeah. They're just gonna sneak it on you in a not so sneaky way.
Oh, wait, we were walking around trying to figure out how much, and the first thing I said was, "Oh, it's $8.99 a pound. Fuck yeah!" And I started digging in, and then I was like, "Oh wait, it says per half pound."
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I feel like those are always ripoffs, and I always spend like $30+ on a bag of candy.
It's going to get me the next time we go. Because even though everything had the hint of fucking pickle farts on it, it was still so good. Like, I got anything weird gummy. Like, they had gummy avocados. Did not taste like avocados, but if you just give me like a unique gummy shape, I want to fucking eat
Kevin
it.
and his gimmicks.
Yeah. And gimmicks galore. They got me on. I mean, I bought a fucking pickle rope that ruined all my other shit.
Yeah, you
God
really
damn
fell
it.
for that gimmick.
I know better for next time. Plus, once I got home with it, like my mom, Joy, Jeff, they were all like, "Ooh, what you got?" And I was just like, Santa with my bag of treats. I'm just like, fucking check it out. These are chocolate covered cookie dough bites. Oh, you got to try these spicy mangoes. These things are fucking bomb. Hey, anybody want to take a bite of this pickle belt with me? Everybody
I
did.
would have been. I would
And
have been excited about the avocado gummy.
they were all grossed out.
They weren't good.
No, the avocado gummies were good. The everybody was grossed out that tried the pickle belt.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I think 2 years ago for Christmas, Joy and Jeff got me a subscription to Snacks Around the World, and the first box is a giant one with all different types of shit. So of course, this was back when I was still smoking weed, and I got super high, and I'm like, let's fucking pig out. Let's go nuts on these. And it was just me and my brother-in-law, like watching Elf or something, and we're just getting into these snacks. I'm like, hey, look at this one. This is weird. Let's open this. They had fried egg flavored potato chips. And I was just like, all right, well, we got to get into these at some point. Let's take them for a test drive. Let's see what these chips are like. I know I just said that the pickle belt kind of tasted like a fart. This was like a fart farted on a potato chip. This was a turducken of farts. And
Someone pissed on my shit.
we each ate a chip. We were just like, oh my God, that's fucking terrible. So we stopped, and Joy must have been putting Jack down for bed or something, because she comes into the room like 20 minutes later. She's like, oh my God, who fucking blew ass in here? And we're like, no, it's the chips. Try one. And she ate it. She's like, oh God, it's a fart chip. That is a fart chip. So I'm slowly learning what to avoid in all these exotic treats, but every now and then I am still willing to take a risk, and no more pickle stuff. I'll save pickle flavored things for pickles. I can't wait though. When I'm back in a few months for December, I am going beast mode. I'm gonna go over the weight limit. They're gonna need to call in an industrial scale to weigh my sacks of candy.
Do you have like other things that you want to do at American Dream?
Yes,
Is it just like is it a new experience every time you go?
No, this
Essentially?
one was kind of just doing the same shit that we always do.
Okay.
We have ridden roller coasters in the past. I went there one time with just my mom, and we played blacklight mini golf, and that was fun. But I do want to try the Angry Birds mini golf. I would like to try the arcade, because they have G.I. Joe themed laser tag, which seems kind of dope. And then just a fuckload of just arcade games. That's always enjoyable. I think there's an aquarium in there. Like, we could literally go there with the kids and just have a fucking blast. The only problem is, and in my mind, I was hyping up this trip of just like, all right, I'm back for over a week and a half. It's the middle of October. There's going to be some fun Halloween things to do. We could just do all this fun shit, take the kids to American Dream. So my niece is 8 months old. So
She's mean.
she goes down for her first nap at like 10 a.m. Then her second
She
nap.
bully you, Shuddy?
She was very scared of Shuddy.
This is the beard.
If I
Yeah,
just
probably.
looked at her, she would burst into tears.
Oh no, dude.
She tends to enjoy the company of the ladies. Guys kind of freak her out. So it took her a little bit to get warmed up to me, but I don't have a deep voice or a beard. So she sees Shuddy, and her eyes got all big. She's like, and he's like, hi, little girl. And she's like, ah! But yeah, I mean, when she goes down for a nap, she wakes up, then Jack needs a nap, then he wakes up, then she needs a nap. So there is literally no planning of activities. There is nothing to do. It is you sit in the house and you get your you time in when the kids are sleeping. So that blew up in my face. I was just like, oh, we should go do a haunted hayride. We should do this. We should do that. We should do this. It is not possible.
It's just like old naps.
Yeah, with a 2.5-year-old and an 8-month-old, it's just naps all day. So that didn't really work out to my favor. And I feel like American Dream is about 45 minutes to an hour away from my mom's house. So that's a 2-hour round trip. And then you try to thread the needle with activities, naps, fucking cockblock everything. So I don't know. It might be one of those things that has to wait another couple Christmases where they don't need as many naps and shit. But I would love to take them back there and do, I think they opened up that ninja thing, but it's called Kids Ninja. Kids with a Z. Ninja Kids. And I'm pretty sure they're carding me and Shuddy and not letting us in. But I could live vicariously through my nephew. Just sit there and watch him do karate kicks all day. But I do want to. This might be a tough sell for anybody else, but I would like to do an escape room there. I know it's a very nerdy thing that not many people also enjoy.
Yeah, I've never done one of those.
I did one with Dustin once, years ago.
How did that
go? He thought everything was a clue. He's like, "Hey, guy, there's a light switch. It could be a clue." And I was like, "I don't know. Does it come out of the wall?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "It's probably just a light switch." But I would say, overall, very successful trip to American Dream. It actually did, even though it cock-blocked myself and Shuddy and Mike from snowboarding as much as we wanted to, it did lift my spirits to see the mall that packed, because it seems like it's been in a free fall and just losing billions of dollars every year. So I'm hoping that more and more people are finding out how much it kicks ass, so it stays in business.
You're the biggest fan of malls, I think I know.
I know. And you know what? I got some very disappointing news regarding malls. Shuddy, the Monmouth Mall, demolished.
Really?
It is rubble. Yeah. That is the mall that I used to go to with my dad all the time.
Real quick, Ninja Kids is a brand. It's a TV show.
Oh.
So this is for everybody.
Oh,
It
sick.
says right on there, get tickets, adventure for all. Our world-class attractions are designed for all ages, young and old.
Fuck yes. All right, we found our December activity. Help. But yeah, Monmouth Mall.
$34.99 for 90 minutes.
A mall I used to go to with my dad all the time. Got many of VHS tapes at the Suncoast Video there. It's just a pile of rubble.
I'm
Blows my
surprised
mind.
it's gone. That had to have just happened in the last couple of years, because when Michaela was still at Monmouth, the mall was still there. I mean, it wasn't very lively, but it was still there.
Well, when my dad died and I was back for the funeral, I needed to get a tie or something. So we went to the Monmouth Mall, and 80% of it was boarded up like they were preparing for a hurricane. So I knew it was on its last legs. And supposedly the Livingston Mall, the one that was right by the town where I grew up, that mall was my jam. That KB Toys, good portion of my childhood spent in those aisles looking at Ninja Turtle toys. That place is probably going to get demolished this year. That's on its way out. But malls in California seem to be doing perfectly fine. Back in Jersey, the Rockaway Mall, the Willowbrook Mall, still functioning like it's the 90s. But anyway, let's see. What else happened? Dom's party. That was a blast. Shuddy.
It was a lot of fun.
Was it a big turnout?
No, I mean, it was a decent turnout, but no, it was not a big turnout.
There's enough people there where there was, enough people hanging out in each common area room.
Yeah, it was a good
party.
sized party. It wasn't like...
Was it a rager?
It was not a rager. It was a very It towed the line very nicely between our old parties and an adult party.
Despite how hard Shuddy and I were trying to turn it into one of our old parties.
Yeah, Kevin, did you piss on anyone while they were sleeping?
No, Shuddy though pulled out a bag of airplane bottles of 99 bananas and 99 other
Wow.
fruits.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, dude.
I
So-
haven't drank that since I was, man, maybe 19.
So Dom's new place, which is awesome. Him and the missus got a great new home. The basement.
Which, by the way, Jeff, she's the one that told us to take the funny face picture.
Okay.
The basement has a bar in it, and Dom put those halfway arcade cabinets in there. So they're not like full ones that you would see at, Dave and Buster's or anything, but they're sort of scaled down. And of course he had a Mortal Kombat arcade cabinet with the first 3 Mortal Kombats. He had a Golden Axe one. So we did get a decent amount of time playing arcade games in the basement, which was nice. But Shuddy finding that bag of airplane bottles. And then he came right back downstairs. He ran upstairs with them and made a whole bunch of other random people do shots. Then came back downstairs and he was like, "All right, Kevin, there's one left, and it's 99 peppermints. You got to do that one."
Yeah, it was 15 airplane bottles, and everyone was a different flavor. It goes 99 watermelon, 99 apples, 99 chocolate.
Well, what's an airplane bottle? Is the
little guys, the little guys.
shooters? Okay.
Yeah, the little shooters. And everybody kept grabbing the peppermint, looking at it and going, "Can I take another one?" Sure, fine. So it was the last one left. I had already done 2 shots, so I forced it on Kevin.
Is it how much like worse than Rumpleman's is it? I would assume it's the same shit.
Yeah, it was essentially Rumpleman's.
I don't hate Rumpleman's.
I do.
Fair enough.
It was, especially after I did a 99 peaches. It was lovely.
Yeah, that's a good good liquor right there.
I enjoy peach flavored things, but the fact that it's 99 proof, and then doing 2 of them back to back, I was like, "Ooh, okay." I 100% have a buzz right now. This is nice. I already had a couple of beers, but once I was like, "Ooh, I'm actually really feeling it." I mean, maybe I should slow down a little bit on these beers, because I think at that point it was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I was like, I don't want to be whipping my dick out before 10 p.m.
Yeah, you've matured.
Yeah, but at that point I slowed it down. Kept drinking, had like a handful more beers, but Shuddy, I've noticed this is like even since back in the day, like we used to have parties at Dom's place all the time and just get obliterated, and everybody would just like find a section of couch or floor, curl up there, pass out in the morning. Everybody wake up. Whoever smoked weed would go out and smoke some weed in the backyard, play some Sega Genesis or something. But as we got older, the people who didn't have big commutes like me started less and less drinking to the point where they needed to crash at Dom's. And Shuddy got good to the point where he would just walk in the front door and be like, Shuddy Boy's here, and just like crush shots. We were doing Jello shots too. I forgot about those.
But I did forget. Somebody after these 99 bananas, somebody came downstairs and was like, "There's Jello shots upstairs," and Kevin and I
we were like,
ran up the stairs.
What you do, share? And boom, bolted it right upstairs for a brain Jello mold. And you just take a little cup and scoop sections of brain out and shoot them, which was delicious. But yeah, Shuddy perfected the art of just walking in the door, getting shit hammered in like 45 seconds, and then spending the rest of the night sobering up. And
That's actually a good move.
Yeah.
So I was able to leave at midnight at a reasonable hour, but I still had a whole lot of fun. Like I was pounding seltzers, and Dom had these. They're called cherry pie high sodas, and they're THC sodas, and it tasted like drinking cherry pie filling. Like the flavor was like that deep cherry. It was incredible.
It got to the point where pretty much everybody had left, and Dom was just like, "Hey, you want to watch Black Phone?" And I was like, "Shit, yeah, 100%."
That's
that movie.
exactly what I want to do.
That movie kicks ass. I haven't seen it since the theaters. I want to see the sequel. Let's fucking do it. And then he was like, "All right, well, we're just picking up for a little bit, and then we'll start it." And it was like 1:15, and I'm already just like, "Oh, dude, I don't know if I can make it through a whole movie." And then when it got to the point where they were done cleaning up, I was just like, "Ooh, I'll be lucky if I make it through the opening credits." And there was only 5 people left, and it was me and Bon Bon on one couch. And I didn't even make it to the point where the grabber gets the first kid kidnapped. Out like a fucking light. But at least, the majority of the party didn't see my patheticness falling asleep on the couch. No one drew a dick on me. That was also nice.
No one pissed on you.
Nope. Shuddy Boy wasn't there to pee on me. A good time was had by all.
One time. I do it one time.
Yeah, you should never be able to live it down if you piss on someone one time.
What else? I took in a double feature while I was back as well. So
the cinema?
Yeah. The first few days I was there, so my sister and her husband just got a new house, and it's a bit on the older side, so they had people coming to, do some remodeling and stuff. And it just so happened to time out with the trip of me being back there. So they stayed at my mom's place for, the full week that I was in town. But those first, like I landed on Wednesday through Friday, we didn't really have to have the kids there at all. So I told my mom, I'm like, hey, there's a couple movies out that I want to see. And she was like, well, let's go. The only time I ever go to the movies is when you're home. And I was like, what about we do an old school double feature? She was like, all right, I'm in. Let's do it. So we saw Roof Man. It's not a superhero movie where a guy shoots roofs at people. It's the
Channing Tatum movie, right?
Yeah.
What, Jeff?
My name is Jeff.
Yeah, it's the same movie, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. Like I was interested after the trailer.
I was curious too because I don't remember hearing about this when it happened.
Jeff C. Ted?
I don't think so. Pretty sure there's no tit.
All right, whatever. You can still watch it.
I learned about this when they started playing the trailer about a guy who would go to fast food restaurants after they were closed, cut a hole in the roof, drop in, clean the place out, and then bounce. So they just called him the Roof Man because that's how he accessed all these buildings. So he gets chased by the cops after, committing a robbery or whatever, and he loses them and goes into a Toys R Us and hides behind some kind of wall display where they had the bikes set up and decides to just live there. And dude just lives in a Toys R Us. And the fact that they just essentially recreated a Toys R Us to shoot this movie in was fucking cool. That's pretty much the only thing I cared about. I just want to see a Toys R Us again. Just give me that.
Ridiculous.
And, since it's Hollywood, he has to fall in love. So he falls in love with Kirsten Dunst, who works there and gets involved in the community and meets her kids and all this stuff. And the whole time I'm just like, all right, so this guy,
Toys R Us.
This guy clearly just robbed some places, hid out in a Toys R Us, got caught, and then they embellished the rest of it. It was pretty much all fucking true. They talked to all the people that were represented in the movie, and this fucking guy really was living in a Toys R Us while dating a woman that worked there, and she had no fucking clue that he was, an escaped criminal. Oh wait, no, he broke out of jail. He got arrested for robbing all those places, broke out of jail, and snuck into a Toys R Us and lived there.
Kind of
And
impressive. So it's almost like, does it have like a Catch Me If You Can vibe?
not that much. It once it gets done with a lot of the crime caper stuff, it becomes more of a romance type thing.
Okay.
But it was done pretty well. It was the direction was very indie. Like it had a very indie vibe to it, the way it was shot. But I don't know. I thought it kicked ass. My mom enjoyed it. I'll suck for Roofman dicks. And then we timed it out where the second that movie ended, we could go pee, get more popcorn, and then head over to the IMAX theater to see Tron Ares.
Oh man, I have a feeling that movie is a piece of shit. I thought I saw that Seek didn't like it, and I saw that on Instagram. And if Seek's out on Tron, can't be good.
I mean, Tron has sort of functioned since its launch in the 80s as a very niche, specific franchise. Like, I don't know. I don't think the original particularly did all that well. I don't think the sequel that came out in like 2010 or 2009, whatever year it was, particularly did all that well. And then they waited too long to do a sequel, 15 years later, and then this one didn't do too well. So I guess if it's one of those things where, like, if you like Tron, or if you just want to see some pretty visuals and turn your brain off for 2 hours, it's worth seeing. I didn't think the story
So
was.
You need to go stoned.
Yeah, go stoned. It was really cool seeing it in IMAX. I did enjoy that, but if it continued on the story from the last one with Garrett Hedlund and Olivia Wilde, I would have preferred that. But then they just pulled some new story out with Jared Leto, and it was, I don't know, not the greatest place they could have taken the story. But I'm glad I watched it, and I feel like if you're a Tron fan, it's at least checking out. But how many people do you see being like, oh, one thing you got to know about me, giant Tron fan. Tron, it's my fucking I live Tron.
Huge part of my brand. I'm a Tron guy.
Even like if you don't give a shit, because my mom hasn't seen any of the other Tron movies, but visually it's just fucking cool. It's just like a roller coaster. So when we got done, I was like, so which movie did you like more? Almost jokingly, because I could have sworn she was going to say Roofman, but she was like, I like Tron the most. Like, no shit. Look at you, Mom, you fucking dork. But I did not. That was all I got to see in the last 2 weeks. I really want to see Black Phone 2, especially after giving the first one a rewatch. I want to see that new Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen movie. That looks kind of funny. Yeah, I want to see Good Fortune. But I'm back on the fucking road again on Wednesday. I got 2 more sleeps and I'm on a plane again. And I'm going to a film festival. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Busiest guy I know.
I'm the busiest unemployed guy on the fucking planet.
You really are. It's impressive. I went and saw the Smashing Machine with my brothers last week. But the actual highlight of the night was going and getting smash burgers at that BC spot, which is a Mexican smash burger joint. That place was fucking phenomenal.
You were telling me about that, right?
I think so. I think we talked about it on the podcast. You got to come down to Long Beach and see a movie, and we'll hit that spot right before we go in.
I'm in.
It's right next to the movie theater. Yeah.
When I'm back from Austin, all the shit you've been sending me on Instagram of all this like sick looking Long Beach stuff. We got to have like a Long Beach day.
For sure. I went and saw the Smashing Machine. It was completely forgettable. I will probably never watch it again. The Rock acted really well, but it wasn't like a role that was like too far outside of his comfort zone. I'm assuming he did get like the character got very emotional in it, and the Rock did a good job with that. I'm not sure it warranted a 30-minute standing ovation in Venice, but
I want to see him. I want to
um,
see The Rock start doing some Christian Bale moves, like lose 200 pounds and play like a skinny dweeb who gets bullied.
isn't he pretty thin in one of his recent movies? I thought I saw something on social media that he lost mad weight for a recent role.
I don't know, but like these guys are starting to age out of being able to exist that bulky. Like Batista was just like, after he did the final Guardians of the Galaxy movie, he's like, this is fucking exhausting being this age and trying to maintain that amount of like bulk and muscle mass. He's like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
done. I'm done. And once he stopped just actively spending essentially his entire life looking that enormous, people were like freaked out when they saw him on the red carpet just as a fucking regular dude. Like he looks anorexic as a regular dude, but it's just like he's probably bulkier than most of us still.
Oh,
It's
for
just,
sure.
it's just so weird seeing him go from that big to just normal sized.
Yeah, NFL offensive linemen, that always happens with them. Like they're fucking huge, and they stay big throughout their entire career, and then as soon as they retire, they go on a diet, or I don't know, they do the Batista where they stop working to be big, and then they usually lose a shit ton of weight, and it throws people off because their whole like professional public life has been like them as like this fat guy or this big ass dude. Um, Emily Blunt kicks ass. Emily Blunt, I will always have a crush on. I heard Bill was saying that she got some recent plastic surgery that was pretty unfortunate, but she looked great in this movie. I don't know how recent it is. Maybe I think he was saying like on the red carpet she looked a little scary, but still hot in my book and great actress.
Yeah, I love Emily
Um,
Blunt.
I didn't realize like I did pay attention to UFC and MMA in its early days, not as much as I guess I thought I did because I never heard of Mark Kerr, the guy that The Rock played, and the Safdie brothers, whichever one it was, um, pretty much try
This
to
was
position.
Benny.
Yeah, try to position this guy as like a pioneer of MMA, and that's definitely not the case. He was just one of the early MMA guys, but like he didn't like fucking pioneer shit. I thought that like eye gouging and headbutting were always illegal, but apparently they weren't. And this guy was fighting long enough to where you could eye gouge, and he eye gouged someone in his first fight. I was just like fucking. I was like, holy shit! Like that was legal. Like
Was it a serious eye gouge?
it looked like it
Like,
based on the filming.
In the
Like,
movie,
to
like
me, it's
was he like pulling his eyeball out? Like how ruthless of an eyeball fingering was it?
I guess it wasn't that ruthless because the guy kept his eyeballs, but I thought like the guy the size of like Mark Kerr and or The Rock could like almost do like a mountain, where they
Yeah.
could like crush this guy's eyeballs into his head.
Was it like Three
was-
Stooges style? It was like nyuk, 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 wah, wah, wah.
It was, I guess it was closer to Three Stooges than the mountain,
Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk.
but I don't know. It was just like a straightforward story. There was really no like, I don't know. There was no like high level storytelling to this. I mean, it was, Mark Kerr starting his career, dealing with the issues of that most fighters deal with, kind of taking it out on his loved ones, finding redemption, and then them wrapping it up, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't think that was too spoilerly.
Well,
But
you can't spoil something that's historical.
fair enough. And he's a pioneer of MMA, as the Safdie brothers, or Benny Safdie, would like to position Mark Kerr.
Yeah, because they
I
split
was-
up. A lot of these like sibling filmmakers have they're like pissed at each other. So
Yeah, dude.
Oh, are the Safdies fighting?
yes, the Safdies aren't getting along. So this was Benny's and Josh's is coming out soon about Timothy Chalamet being a ping pong player or some shit.
Yeah, Marty Supreme.
Yeah. And then God, God, I'm so fucking embarrassed that Big Lebowski.
Coen Brothers.
Coen Brothers. Yeah. For the only thing in my head was the fucking Russo brothers because I'm like, I think they still make movies together. But the Coen Brothers, they're rifting and not making movies together anymore. I think I heard something that they claim that they are never going to make another movie together again.
That's a bummer.
So yeah, everybody's off doing their solo projects.
What about the Wachowski sisters? They're cool, right?
I don't know if they're feuding, but I think Matrix 4 was just Lana Wachowski. So I think even they're not making shit together.
I don't even know what they've done besides The Matrix. Really nothing, right? Didn't they do Jupiter Rising?
Yes.
Isn't that them?
And
That was a terrible movie, right?
Speed Racer.
Oh,
And
yeah, with Amelia Hirsch.
Bound, the lesbian crime thriller.
Yeah. I don't know that one. I would suck 2.5 rock dicks. Not a fan of this movie. And actually, that's probably too high. You know what? It is. I'm going to suck 2 rock dicks.
Well, that's probably
was-
still a big mouthful. He's probably got a big mountainous penis.
I really would have liked to see tit, specifically Emily Blunt's tits. That would have been cool. That would have added a whole nother dick to the movie.
She's classy. She doesn't do that. She doesn't do nudity.
Yeah, Bill was saying that she's past the point in her career where that's even an option. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. Because I was like, hey, Bill, do you think we're going to see tit when we go see this movie? He's like, definitely not Emily Blunt's.
You might see the rocks.
That's, like, yeah, it sits her out the whole fucking movie.
Yeah. Well,
I gotta plug my computer in. We'll be right back.
So for the people that consume this show solely via YouTube, the audio podcast always comes with some bonus content at the end of it. So once the end theme plays, when we connect over Zoom, we do some mic checks and we sort of bullshit a little bit. We warm up. It's our warm up process. And
Or now brown cow.
yeah, lemon face, lion face, ha. And we take that audio and it goes after the end theme, almost like a post-credit scene. We do that for the audio-only podcast. It just doesn't make sense to do it on the YouTube one because we're not recording the whole Easter egg video-wise, and it's sloppy in the editing process. It would fuck things up. So that is the only way you can enjoy all that. And it's usually like 10 to 15, sometimes even 20 minutes. Jeff is always pushing to get it an Easter egg, a show where the Easter egg is longer than the actual main show.
We're going to do it one day. I'm going to force it.
But on this one...
Jeff's going to fucking filibuster us into having the longest Easter egg ever.
Yeah, I'm going to start an argument. Shuddy's going to quit the show and come back. It's going to be beautiful.
That's how long
Jeff,
the Easter egg is going to be.
Why does it sound like you're reading the phone book, Jeff?
But on this one, we started talking about Lanterns, the Green Lantern show that's going to be on HBO. And somehow got into where we became the Queef Lanterns or something. Or the Brown Lanterns. They've done every color in the comics.
The Brown Eye Lanterns, right?
Have they ever done the Brown Lanterns in the comics?
They haven't, because I Googled it before I said it.
There is a Brown Lantern Corps, apparently. The Brown Lantern Corps.
There is no official Brown Lantern Corps in DC Comics. It is a fan-created concept.
Okay.
So, we can absolutely co-opt it, and not get into any trouble.
We might get in trouble.
By who?
But I don't care.
On Reddit? Who cares?
No. We got it first. This could even, we can just like put our thumbs on the scale, and this is now our we're officially putting it on paper. We are declaring this is our own IP. We are the Queef Lantern Corps, and we sometimes battle against the Brown Lanterns, and they're the bad guys because they throw poop at us.
So we don't want to be the Brown Lantern Corps.
Who would you rather be, the Brown Lanterns or the Queef Lanterns?
Well, what color would the queef lanterns be?
Green. Ish.
That's not a big enough difference between
Yeah.
the Green Lantern. I
Well,
feel like it's got to be like a blood orange or a pink, maybe.
No, because the Star Sapphires are pink.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Shuddy, can I have
yeah,
screen share
of
permission?
course. How did I forget that?
You
Yeah,
do
it's
have
Star
screen
Stuff.
share permission.
Sick. All right, so Jeff and anybody else on YouTube that's kind
Later.
of like Jeff. This is like the Green Lantern
Wait,
logo. So
yeah, I'm aware.
all we have to do is fill that negative space with something that looks like a butthole.
I think we would have to do more to the logo to not get in trouble.
Why don't we just put a poop emoji in there?
Yeah, we couldn't just put a butthole in the Green Lantern logo and slap it on some merch and be like, don't know what you're talking about, Warner Brothers. They're not the same at all.
Hey, we had James Gunn on our podcast once, and he said we could do it.
Yeah, it's a fair game reimagining, all right?
Yeah, we could be the Queef Lanterns. I'm trying to think. Is there like Jeff would be Kyle Gaynor.
Gainer.
Shuddy Boy, you could be Gal Jordan. And I would be
Gay Gardner.
Gay Gardner. Yeah. Holy shit. We just created an entire new universe in like 45 seconds. Wait, do I have to be Kyle Gaynor? Now we just needed...
Dude, I don't know what you're saying. I'll do it, whatever.
I would prefer he be Dong Stewart.
I was trying to find one for Jon Stewart. Dong Stewart's pretty good. Dong Pewart? Nope, that's a hat on a hat. That's too much. Gone too far. And then, of course, you know, we're sort of just like workshopping things in real time. You know, we're not going to flush this whole fucking thing out right now, but we figured we'd peel the curtain back a little bit, you know, because we did fuck around with it a little bit in the Easter egg, and it was very fun. I'm proud of us for being able to come up with the Green Lantern parody names so quickly. We face off
Good
against
work by us.
Jiz Nestro. Nah, I don't like that. I don't like that one.
But if you pronounce it as Giznestro is close enough to Sinestro.
Yeah, it's similar enough. I feel like nerds will get it. Now we just need to come up with the what's their mantra, their speech, the oath.
Yeah, what exactly are we trying to accomplish with this?
I have no idea.
Because in the Easter egg, I suggested it could be merch, but this sounds like you want to create a whole universe in theme parks.
Well, dream big.
Yeah, that's a whole world, a whole fucking
We've got to have this whole
brown eye
backstory.
world.
Yeah, before we can get the logo, we've got to figure out what it's going to stand for.
Yeah, we got to write 5 seasons for the logo.
We have gotten requests from people that our next line of merch to not have pieces of shit on it, because people are like, look, I want to support you guys and wear your merch, but I'm not exactly comfortable walking around in public with poop on my shirt. And then our answer to
Do you
that
call
is,
them pussies?
let's just have a butthole on it. Okay.
Hey, you said no poop.
That's true.
Yeah, you didn't say no.
How much?
Anuses.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice for the merch? All right.
Well, I don't know. Just throwing it out there, you know? For one day when our Patreon numbers tick back up and we can put money into some sort of animations and we just turn ourselves into like a 70s style cartoon. The brown lanterns or the queef lanterns? Have we at least decided on that?
I'm good with queef, but again, that
I like using queef in all of our the side stuff.
Yeah, well, we're ready. We're ready to fight crime for you guys. A trio of space cops.
Kevin, did it? Carl tell you the hell she put me through Friday? It
Kind of.
was brutal.
I'd
Do
rather
you have
hear
more
the
stuff?
I would rather hear the details from you.
Do you have more New Jersey stuff to talk about?
No, that's the trip, man.
All right. Yeah, I went up to Culver City to take Carl's hot yoga class this past Friday. I wanted to do it while you're out of town, so you weren't forced to come with me. And
Appreciate that.
no problem, before the start of NBA season, which is tomorrow, because I'm pretty much going to be watching and betting NBA basketball for every day until the end of June, I want to say.
Oh, fucking sports. I'm in the sports matrix.
I might end up going up there again on another Friday in the not so distant future because I was so pathetically out of shape that I don't know. I want to do hot yoga again and give it a better go. The last time it was my second time doing it. The first time was also a crawl class, and I thought I did much better the first time than the last time. I kind of thought I was going to die this past weekend. And there was a couple times that I was thinking about just tapping out and leaving the room, but I didn't want Carl. I didn't want to bring shame to Carl, especially because she got me in and she did me a favor. So I didn't want her to feel like I was poo-pooing that. Also, the whole hot yoga experience got off to a rough start. So Carl told me that to make sure to drink a shit ton of water before hot yoga because we sweat so much. And I listened to her, but I almost pissed my pants on the drive up. I got stuck in traffic a couple times, and I am embarrassed by this, but I have to tell the Puminati. I parked in the parking garage that's across the street from the hot yoga spot, and I straight up peed like in the parking garage, like a fucking homeless guy. I was very disappointed in myself, but I was at the point where it was either that or in my pants.
I mean,
luckily no one saw me.
Yeah, you were lucky you didn't, like in that Seinfeld episode where they all piss in the parking garage and get sent to the security office.
Yeah, I was expecting that to happen. Honestly, I did a good job holding it long enough to find a spot where no one was, or I was kind of hidden and there was no cars coming. But
you're probably
on
camera somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I thought there was nothing I could do though. I was like, no matter how this turns out, I'll just eat the L because I'm going to piss my pants. It was brutal.
How long of a piss was it?
It took I could not stop. It was crazy. Like I was hoping to be fast with it because, standing in the middle for the most part in the middle of a parking garage pissing, but I don't know. It felt like it lasted like 2 minutes.
Oh, I flooded the garage.
I even told Carl when I was driving, I was like, I really got to go to the bathroom. So, like right when I see I'm going to probably just run past you. And she gave me the thumbs up emoji. And I ended up pissing in that. So when I saw her, I didn't have to, but I was like, I gotta throw her off the scent. I can't just tell her I really had to go to the bathroom and then not go to the bathroom when I see her. So I went to the bathroom and just like sat there for a few minutes.
You did a phantom piss?
Yeah. But yeah, the hot yoga was fucking pretty sweet. Area, have you ever been to the hot yoga place that she teaches at?
Every time I piss, it smells terrible.
Yeah, by the Culver Steps.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're there because there's a Salt and Straw right there.
Dude, that place is fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That whole little area is pretty sick. There's so many hot chicks walking around. Me and Carl went to that Irish pub across the street. Had some beers and some apps after hot yoga. So it was fucking sick, but I did not have a good showing, dude. I almost tapped out. There was a couple minxes in the class too.
I would say, as much as I want to dunk on you, don't beat yourself up over it too much, because she regularly has people just dip out halfway through.
Yeah.
Or they just, it's like, it's so punishingly hot that they do half the workout and then they just sit and rest for the rest of it.
You've done one of these with her, right?
No.
Oh, you've never done one.
No, it sounds horrible.
She is a fucking beast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously, because, she's a certified yoga instructor, whatever that entails, probably hundreds of hours of training, but she's obviously, like, she's doing a bunch of moves, walking around the room, like, talking, right? Like, leading everyone through the practice and busting out some yoga in that hot ass room. Like, Carl's a fucking tank, dude. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I guess I could because I've done it before with her, but still, it was impressive.
Dude, she double dips.
Yeah,
She'll-
dude. Well,
she'll
beforehand,
go
she was.
And do a class, and then just go straight into the other room and teach a class.
Yeah, I think she did a workout class like an hour before she taught yoga. And she was asking me, she's like, "You want to come to this workout class I'm doing at 6 and we'll hit yoga?" I was like, I'm not doing it back to back. Plus, I would have had to leave Long Beach at like fucking 4 o'clock to get the 6 o'clock appointment.
Yeah.
Actually, traffic northbound isn't so bad, but still. By the way, I would say it was worth it. I didn't puke this time. That was cool.
That's good. That's an improvement.
I would suck 3.5 hot yoga dicks.
Well, I'll tell Carl your Yelp review.
I'll do it again. There'll be a week Friday slate, and I'll go out there. I'll try to do it in a week on a Friday where you're either busy or you can't commit, because it was fucking hell.
I got to do it one of these times. Like I've done yoga classes.
Yeah,
and
it's brutal, dude. It's brutal.
Some are more difficult and advanced than others, and I was doing the DDP yoga for a while, and those DVDs, they fucking there's a wide spectrum of difficulty on them. And those tough ones kick your ass. And then if you have to do that with it being 1,000,000,000,000 degrees, like, I'm suffering when I go into a sauna. If I just sit there in 105-degree heat where I don't have to do anything, that is torture. Now you're making me do stuff. Oh God, I'll do push-ups at home.
My blood was hot. Like, it was fucking, like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. I was hurting, dude.
Yeah, I believe it.
We'll do it. Me and you.
I mean, I have to. At some point, I have to.
Months.
It's shameful for me to respond to that question. You've done it, right? And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
I have to. At some point, I'm very good at kicking that can down the road. It's been 4.5 years, and I'm still just like, my ass hurts. All right, everybody. Well, thank you all so much for listening. A quick programming update. Since I am going to Austin in 2 days for a week, we're going to have to push next week's episode a little bit. So instead of recording on Monday like we usually do, we're going to do our episode on Thursday. Just gotta hit the pavement and try and do some networking. Try and sell this damn movie. Because we're rapidly approaching the cutoff point where I say fuck it. And just go the self-distribution route and take another big fat L right on the chin. But we'll see. There's a couple long shots left. I'm going to try and take them. And if they don't pan out, you're getting the movie soon at some point, whether I have to just take a giant bath or, something works out and it's a win-win for all of us. But yeah, next week's episode is going to be delayed by a few days. But if you like staying regular, if you need more MSPH content, or if you just want to support the homies, go to patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We are cranking it out as per usual, and trying to slowly adding more things. Like, how much more shit can we possibly do? Well, now you've got the monthly award-winning crafty horoscopes going up, which I wrote a new batch of those while I was back east. And, you got the bonus podcast every week. $10 tier has all of the individual shows, plus our combined efforts. Queef or no queef, we're battling in that. Fucking Jeff and I are doing October's Dragon Ball Queef this week. Just if you find yourself want of things to listen to.
Dom and I are recording What the Fuck Did I Just Watch? Night of the Demons 2 tomorrow.
Oh my
Ooh,
god.
that's a hot one.
Shuddy, you are fucking in for it. Something tells me that's going to be terrible.
Business as usual.
Actually, wait. I think I heard the sequel to that one's actually not too bad, but you'll probably still hate it. All we're saying is there is tons of stuff for you to check out on our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It helps us keep the lights on, so why not? Give it a shot, right? You can also see these episodes instead of just listening to them. Go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Subscribe, share, like, and hit the bell thing or whatever the fuck it is so you get notified when new shit drops. And you can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeff for Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie, if you wouldn't mind. Also, you just heard Jeff. Sports, you're getting it from all angles. It is a sports gangbang. Jeff is getting GB'd by sports. And you can hear all about it on Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Yeah, I did 3 podcasts this past week. One of them is pretty much worthless at this point. It was for NFL Week 7. There are 2 Monday Night Football games that, you guys aren't going to be able to listen to it in time. But I did an NBA Eastern and Western Conference preview. That should be good for a few weeks into the season. So check it out. I linked up my boy David Choi to the Eastern Conference and my boy Mackenzie Rivers to the Western Conference. I got NFL Week 8 in a few days, so that's what's going on the Outkick Bets podcast front.
Check it out, friends. Do it. Do it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, something.